When do you think the S&P 500 will bottom, and when do you think real estate prices will bottom? There's a chart I want you to look at. It's pretty interesting, and it spells out a good bit of uncertainty of when that bottom's really coming. Now, if we look at this chart, the red lines indicate the federal funds rate, and the blue line tracks the S&P 500 over time. You'll see little thin gray stripes going vertically. Those highlight the recessions that we've seen that are recorded over the last few years. Most of the time, you'll see the federal funds rate goes up, and then they start actually going back down, and then the recession hits. That was true for the 90s, early 2000s, late 2000s. The breaker to that was 2020, where you do see the Fed funds rate go up, start to go down. Then we had COVID. Of course, we have a recession with COVID. And then the S&P 500 just goes skyrockets, super fast, super high. Well, nothing like we've seen before. And there's no tightening at all. In fact, you'll see the S&P 500 starts going down, and then they start to tighten. Now we're tightening, going down. So the question becomes, are we going to see Fed loosening before we see the bottom? Or are we going to see the Fed continue to tighten, we'll hit the bottom, as soon as they loosen, we'll turn around like 2020? Have we returned to a normal market? Or are we still seeing some weird market dynamics from things that we really haven't run into before? Now, over time, you'll see this relationship here between the M2 money supply and the S&P 500. They correlate very nicely. You'll also see a very similar correlation with real estate prices. So in the macro spend, M2, again, dictates the supply of money, which often indicates in the pricing of real estate. The M2 has been a great indicator on a macro scale, but what's going to happen right now? Leave me a comment. Let me know.